Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. There was a little smudge for me anyway. It would have bothered me, but yeah, not too bad anyway, I think. Um, yeah, okay. This morning I saw an article that was 3 days old, or rather, it was an article. It was on Facebook anyway. Um, Last year, November 27th of 2022, um, 40 miles northwest of Minneapolis, there's a nuclear power plant on the Elk River, it's called, that goes right into the Mississippi right by there. The power plant's on the Elk River. They use that for cooling and whatever. Well, they said it didn't leak into there, and I'm just hearing about this. And this article was put out like 3 days ago. Now, giving my local government the benefit of the doubt, or the government as a larger scale representation of everybody here, why am I just hearing about this? Why hasn't this been more widely spread, more widely known? And once in a while, we'll turn on mainstream news, not to watch the whole thing. So, in the benefit that they might have written or said more about it than what I know, that's a possibility because I don't always watch the news. 40 miles from the city, it's about more west, and we're more northeast of there. They're actually probably about 60 to 80 miles away from us. Still too close for my comfort, you know. I sure would have liked to had a public warning. I think that time of year, last November, we weren't even getting the nor'easters we usually get off of Lake Superior in November. It was still kind of like Indian summer. I think we were still getting southwest winds at that time. And that I don't like that, you know, at all. That's crazy. Maybe it isn't stuff like bird flus and all the rest of shit that they say. I'm just saying, maybe I can't prove anything about what they lie about, or what they don't lie about, or what they keep from us, or what they don't. But to say that it's not in the Mississippi, okay, I'm just hearing about it. It's a year later, over a year later. It'll be 2 years this coming November. So it's been over a year and some months. And they say they still have another year, as of 3 days ago, another year of cleaning to do to clean it up. But the water is safe for all the residents around there. And it didn't go into the Mississippi, is what they're saying. I have been to that plant. We have a friend that works at that plant that helped build it in 1971. I think some of you have probably even heard me talk about that trip to the power plant. I bet you have if you've been with me long enough. Darn right, because they freak me out anyway. There's other ways to have energy, but yeah, thank God for the independent people that have come along with perpetual motion toroidal coils, like Tesla's technology, that are wanting to free up energy for human beings, because that's what a real human being wants to do. you know. So they want to give to the people they love. They look at their fellow man and say, wow, you look like you need this, you know. Or would you like that? You know, if people could do that and would do that for each other, you know. I am more selective, honestly, on how I give, but, you know, I still believe everybody on this planet deserves to have a home and food and clothes and a right to an education if they want that. Now, if they go beyond with their narcissistic ways and start getting evil on people, well, hey, I draw the line. I'm a defender. I will. No question. No question. No doubt in my mind. If you didn't hear that, that's probably good for this platform, but I think you got what I mean. So, anyway, I'm having a pretty good day, all in all. I just put some part wild rice and part plain. I'm making chicken and rice in the oven, and it smells really good in here. The spices in the rice I use, so yeah, it's yummy. Gonna be good. And then I slept good. I got a top mattress and a new pillow, and um, Doug's gonna get one too because I got him a pillow. His neck isn't sore, so now he wants the mattress I picked out like that because they're phenomenal. So it's a microfiber um student of let me see, it's well, I guess I can't really read it all right now to you, but the person's name is IE, IYEE, Nature. And it's got like a foam, and then it's got like a gel part that draws heat away from your body, or just, you know, and dissipates it through the foam. And then it's got a top part pad too that unzips. And but you know, if you take care of it, it shouldn't, you, if you don't spill anything on it, you know. But I just used the box spring I have with the top mattress. I woke up crying. I have not woke up with, I only flopped around like 4 times instead of 8 or 12 or 20. And I didn't even feel sore when I laid on certain sore spots. I couldn't believe it. I woke up with literal happy tears, or one, but you know, to me, that's waking up crying. I'm like, my first thought was, I slept. I haven't slept that good. I don't know if ever. Maybe, I don't know. Wow. Maybe when I had my water bed a long time ago. I bought a couple beds that were new. No, not a couple. Just that one and another brass one I redid for myself. That was mine, and different things like that in my life. I mean, I had my own beds that I loved, and then I had a house fire and shit, you know, but a mouse chewed a wire. The um, fire department came. They left after they put it out, but it was still in the walls on fire in there. And it started back up and just about wiped it out. It was okay. I had a few rooms, kitchen and a couple bedrooms left, and part of my living room. But yeah, the one back bedroom and a closet and another storage area is what fried up. So anyway, Yeah, what a bummer. I just remodeled it. I just got it all so pretty. Every color, every room that I picked out, So that bummed me out too because doing one room at a time and the roof and the skirting. I did the roof and the skirting first and painted the outside as I was working on the inside, but I got my kids' room done first. And then I worked on my room in the kitchen, then the living room and the spare bedroom. And it's, yeah, it's fun. I love to remodel. That's one thing. And interior design, I love that. I wish I had pictures of what I did when I was a kid, even. I used to remodel my room because my uncle owned a carpet and paint and textile place, so I could get things discounted. Yeah, top of the line stuff. It's like, yeah, and do the work myself. So, it was like, want to change something, just change it. So, but yeah, I was pretty bummed out hearing about that radioactive stuff leaking. A pipe leaked and they still don't have it cleaned up, and it's not far from me. And, I mean, yeah, the whole planet doesn't really look into the fact. I do believe, if I'm not misquoting anything, and you can look into it, as far as the number of the reactors and what is still open in Antarctica. In 1976, there were, I believe now, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe this is part of South America that is actually included, but in 1976, there were 7 nuclear power plants that had leakage in as much as one Chernobyl or Fukushima. There was 7 out of the 11 that failed in the southern hemisphere. I'll just put it that way, in 1976, and it is documented. I have the facts in other videos. I've said it before, you know, um, and I don't know if they're still radioactive. I don't know if stuff's still leaking out or what they did to cool them off, or I don't know much about it. I just know that it's documented in newspapers and articles, and you can find it on the internet. Just look in 1976 nuclear facility problems Antarctica, and you'll come up with what I'm talking about is the truth. So what are they doing to our planet? They talk about green energy. We're giving stuff to other countries, and it's taken them 2 years to clean up radioactive material right beside the town of Elk River, close to where I was born by St. Cloud and west of Minneapolis. That's a trip. So, how many of these things are leaky problems all over the world while we're giving money to other countries and immigrants, not immigrants, illegals coming in, and the funds that they do end up giving once they jump through the hoops and everything? Why you and I have to worry about what we're going to do in our lives? That's ridiculous. It really is. Then you might as well just sit down and not even work, because the way they've always said it is the next generation isn't going to live off of what, because we're already in debt. That's what we heard too. Your parents are the last generation that actually will contribute to this, or we're going to end this, or we're going to end that, but then we'll start this up, just playing games the whole time. And then people wonder why I have animosity for a failing government, because they're not failing. They're the biggest game players on the in planet, and beyond that, they think they have the right to guide everybody's life. These creatures literally think that they have a public duty to do these things. It's not everybody. It's because of their statue and their positions and who they think they actually are. And they would not be in a position of leadership at all if they were not connected to the dark ball. Period. There's no this side or that side. There's only their side against us. That's the way it's always been. Psychological games, war games, people games, pitting people against people games. It's all they fucking do. Oh, that's right. I was having a good day. Yeah, I still am. Yeah, I am happy I slept well. It does make a difference if you have the right place to sleep. So, whether you're going to hurt or not. It's hard to be joyful when you're hurting, but I can still do it because I learned my lesson when I worked in retirement homes and hospitals, and you see people and how they handle their pain. So it really attests to a person's character. So I just really I don't know. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about today because and two I've got some stuff I want to do. Try and get to bed a little earlier. We had a really late night, so well, or early morning is more like it. So yeah, it was. I was so tired. Um, just cleaning stuff. It's just I could not walk anymore. Practically, I'm shocked. It's like yeah. But I mean, it's good to keep busy and all that. It's just that I want to try and get to bed a little bit earlier tonight. So, and I only got about 6 hours sleep, but they were good ones. So that's important because I remember the crazy days of only getting like maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep for months and years on end. It was like freaking endless, especially when your kids are little too, and then you have the extra added everything, you know, at the same time. So you don't really have a choice on when you get actual sleep or not. So that plays a part on a person's health too, that's for sure. You all know that, be it mom or dad. Yeah, I'm going to touch on this. I'm going to say it. It's like I was telling Doug too, it takes, and I'm going to say it. Here goes, people. I'm probably going to offend people, but if you've got little tiny babies and they wear diapers, of course, even in a hot climate, would you put a pair of shorts and a little t shirt on that little critter, please? It just looks so raggedy to see a baby just in a diaper. It just flips me out. It's like, wow, baby's got a lot of style going on there. Oh yeah, it's respect for that other little person. That's takes little extra work, but you know, I think they're worth it. So that's just my 2 cents on that. And if I offended somebody, I'm extremely happy I could oblige, you know. And if you did it before and you wouldn't do it again, thank you kindly for them in ahead of time. Yeah, Doug's trying to get the tractor going. It was going earlier. He had to, yes, I was going to say a prayer so it starts. So, yeah. he, we have to fix stuff we have to keep it going because we're not rich. That's what we do. So, speaking of not rich, though, I did get some new silverware and some new stoneware. So, I'm happy about that too. It's stuff that we need. I'm going to pack up old stuff and put it in boxes. If somebody wants it, fine. If they don't, I don't care. You know, but new stuff on my own, you know. It's even like when I moved up here, I thought I was going to get my kitchen stuff and other things in my home, but I was robbed. Nice, huh? Ugh, that sucked. That really sucked. Anyway, but I had some heirloom things and stuff like uh, grandmother's china and different things. So it's kids stuff, you know. It's like anyway, what a bummer, right? Yeah, but so I have some nice new stuff, and I'm happy about it. Yeah, I needed it, so it's about time. Yeah, that's why I've been just hounding Doug order a mattress like I have because he just slept good with a good pillow last night, let alone a whole new mattress. You know, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, I just had a cat come. I'm talking about the mattress came and put their paws on it. You better not do anything silly. So they're pretty good. They listen. They know they're not supposed to do. No, I told them ahead of time. They're smart. It's one thing I told that outside kitty when she came in. You're going to have to listen to everything I tell you, and you can't pick on Bob because she's mean to everybody out of jealousy. And I told her that's one thing you don't do to that old boy. He's lived here his whole life. He was an orphan too. Um, his mommy died, and so yeah, probably the same bloodline of kitties. But we brought Bob in. We got him fixed, but Nellie isn't. But she's still got that busted paw, but she's doing good. You know, I barely, if some of you don't know, I taped up a wild kitty that got chewed here and here, um, under her throat. Her shoulder was severed and broken, flopping, and her arm in two places, right here and here, was flopping. And I got this part taped, and I thought, and this thing was wild. I'm talking wild. Um, and she was thinking of doing me harm while I was, but she didn't, you know. So, and I still can't pet most of them out there. Only usually Yeti, the white Tommy, and Nellie. They were about, and one heart baby that died. So, and they do. There's wild stuff out there. So she's lucky to be in here, and you know, I couldn't afford no vet, but it was better than letting her stay out there and die because there's no way she could have defended herself from whatever tried to get her the first time. So, and I've gotten a lot of them out there. So I'll hear stuff like scream in the woods or whatever, or down by the creek, and that's what happens. So, well, I'm going to leave you at that. Anyway, she's doing good. Everybody's doing good. And she does listen when I tell her what to do. So, most of the time, she's a really good little cat. So, I do appreciate you joining me. If you're interested in radiation leaking onto our planet and the different places that could possibly still be going on and isn't widely known to the public, um, check it out. Just like there's missile silos all over the United States. I've sent around maps of them that are supposed to be, some of them deactivated, or yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, and I've been to personally knew people that worked in some of them and worked on ranches where those were located, and that's some freaky stuff to think about. So, not because I'm afraid of that, it's because it pisses me off. And so, anyway. Okay, everybody, and I think there's other reasons for a lot of that underground stuff, and what people think is one thing could be absolutely another thing and a part of a system, and the rest of the story. So, appreciate you joining me. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a really beautiful night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.